welcome to the Transfer Exchange Show. I am live, and as you can see the background, it's the preview to England's game versus Iran for the World Cup in Qatar 2022. Apologies for the delay. My internet had slowed. When I say slowed down, I was trying to scroll through Twitter to see the England lineup, and it was stopping. It was stopping. So it was causing me a lot of stress. I had to fiddle around with the wires in the back, sort out the broadband and all that. But we're here now, and I've noticed that the England team is still not been. How is that even possible? How is that even possible? Surely the England team must be out at the moment. What's going on? It's like 25 minutes till kickoff. The team must be out. Let's have a look. England starting lineup. It's got to be out. Why ain't it on the England page on Twitter? England starting lineup. Starting 11. What we got? Where is the England starting 11? Okay. Live. Oh, there we go. Is this it here? Why is that not on the England page? Okay, I found it. But why is that not on the England page? Oh, there it is. Oh, 40 minutes ago. Here we go. Here we go. Silly me. Silly boy. Panic averted. Okay, we have the England starting lineup. Okay, what we got? Who we got? Who we got? Let's put it up now. Who have we got? Okay, just 3. Okay, England lineup is out. Jordan Pickford in goal. There's no surprise there. Jordan Pickford. He had to be number one. There was a lot of people. Not a lot of people. There's people calling for Ramsdale to be number. No one's calling for Pope to be number one. If we're honest, people calling for Ramsdale to be number one. But look, you can't change your goalkeeper in a major tournament, not unless he's absolutely made a series of clangers and you've completely lost trust in him. There's too much that with regards to the connection between the defence and the goalkeeper, which is important. How he plays in general, which is massively important. So yeah, not even an option. Hold on. This should be. Why is this not? Oh, there we go. All right. We're now live on Twitter. Here we go. I wonder what's going on. So Pickford in goal. Shaw starting. Is there any other option apart from Luke Shaw? Realistically, no, there's not. There's just not. There's not. It's Luke Shaw. Has to be Luke Shaw. The other options other than Luke Shaw are Kieran Trippier, maybe. But it looks like he's being deployed at right back. Luke Shaw, admittedly at the start of the season, I wouldn't have been playing him. But the guy's lost a lot of weight, which is, I said for a while has been an issue. He's lost a lot of weight and he's started to play now. And he's picked up a little bit of form. So at the start of the season, it would have been a hell no to Luke Shaw, but he's played his way back in. Starting centre backs, John Stones. Good to see John Stones in there. Didn't want to see Eric Dyer in there. That's what I need to say about that one. Harry Maguire. Okay, is anyone shocked that Harry Maguire's playing? Like seriously, is anyone shocked? Shocked. Okay. Who's playing? No. Because he trusts him. And as he said, when he's played for England, he's done well. Look, bar that friendly, you could probably say he's right, to be fair, but and you're never going to get who's going to play instead of Maguire. Personally, I'd have Ben White all day long. but I don't even think that Ben White would be the next option on Gareth Southgate's list. I personally think that the next option on Gareth Southgate's list would have been Eric Dyer over Harry Maguire. So again, it's the lesser of two evils in my eyes. I really don't rate Dyer. I think he's a player. He can play, but that doesn't mean anything. That's not really levels, is it? We're talking about England international. Is he the best centre back in the Premier League in England? English centre back? No, he's not. But look, it is what it is. He's not playing today. He's only in the squad. But Harry Maguire, it's no shock that Harry Maguire is playing. Jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about the starting lineup, people. Just going through it now as we speak. Any surprises there? I've only gone over Jordan Pickford, 100% always going to start. Luke Shaw, for me, was always going to start because he's kind of played his way back into contention for that spot. And I think I'd probably say it's a fair shout. John Stones, I think it's fair that he starts. And Harry Maguire, look, I personally, I'm not going for Harry Maguire, but yeah, it is what it is. He's playing. We move. Next would be Declan Rice. 100% has to be playing. And central midfield, it looks like he's going to be playing with Mason. Oh, Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham gets a start. Very good. Solid. Rate that. Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice sounds like a dream partnership for most Premier League teams. I know that Chelsea would be sniffing around that, Declan Rice especially. Liverpool would love to have a bit of Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham in the midfield. I know they're looking at Jude Bellingham for the summer. That, for me, is a very, very solid midfield. You've got the steel of Rice, but he can also play. He's very, very good technically, very good on the ball, very good vision. And he can even get forward a little bit as well when needed. Jude Bellingham's just a different ball game. He's touch wood. He's going to be that generational talent. I know that word gets used quite often and overused, but yeah, no, he's got all the attributes to be a seriously silky central midfielder. Looking forward to seeing what he has to offer going forward in the future. Just in front of them, it looks like they're probably going to be playing Mason Mount just in front of them. Again, not a surprise that it's going to be playing Mason Mount there. I think with this, I think a lot of people were speaking about potentially England being a bit more pragmatic in these early stages, just to get points on the board, just to get the 3 points, get the win. Doesn't matter how we do it. Doesn't matter what the score is, as long as we win the game and keep a solid unit going, so it helps us going forward against better opposition. Yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be very interesting. Mason Mount. What he brings, that's what I was getting at. What Mason Mount brings, in my eyes, is that he can go forward, very good on the ball, can score a goal, but his work rate's absolutely outstanding, and I think that's why Gareth Southgate would have potentially picked him, because his work rate is absolutely outstanding, and you saw it in the Euros. You saw that he can do that job. He can play, and he can be that option for the workhorse option as well. So, and later on down the line, during in the tournament, when it needs to be changed, when we needed to be a bit more expansive, he did that. Some would say that we didn't do it enough. Some would say that we didn't use Grealish enough. But look, it's opinions. On the wings, we have, no surprise there, Bukayo Saka and Raheem Sterling. Look, Saka, 100%. Saka's playing. He's been an absolute colossus for England. Consistent. He should cause Iran a lot of trouble. Should draw a lot of fouls today. And the same goes for Raheem Sterling. I know Raheem Sterling hasn't had the best of starts to the season at Chelsea, but I don't think that's fair to put that on Raheem Sterling. I think Chelsea have been poor. And he's gone into a team that's basically don't know their arse from their elbow at the moment. So they're just a bit all over the place. And generally, when you've got a player that's a new player that joins a team when they're just a bit all over the place, they've gone through 2 managers now. Their team's always been a bit, well, for the last few seasons, it's been a bit mismatched because it just seems like they're just buying what's available. It seems like there's a lack of strategy when it comes to transfers at Chelsea at the moment, and Raheem Sterling's been kind of dragged into that. So I wouldn't draw on his form for Chelsea too much, because when he plays for England, he has been consistent, and I'm expecting that to be the same today. And obviously, up front, you've got the big man, Harry Kane, the captain. Without doubt, he's not, again, another player who hasn't had the greatest of seasons, but this is tournament football. I remember when Alan Shearer didn't score for England for 2 years, then went into the Euros and absolutely smashed it, was Golden Boot winner, and we probably should have won that Euros, if I'm honest. So, yeah. What's your score predictions, people? Get your score predictions in. Let me know what you think the score is going to be. Get your score predictions in. It's going to be a tough one. We saw yesterday Ecuador beat the host Qatar. I know there was a lot of stuff going about saying that Qatar had bribed, which is, come on, we do know that is massively offensive. Like, we need to slow down on that kind of rubbish. It was never going to be happen. It's never going to happen. 1-0. The hosts never. It's usually a 0-0 to be fair in that first game. But Qatar are not a good team. They are not good at all. Ecuador, they've got some ex-Prem players, Enner Valencia. And I think class should show through here today as well. It's going to be tough because it's going to be hot. But from listening to the commentary, it seems like it's not as hot as expected in the stadiums. The air conditioning obviously seems to be having an impact, and hopefully it won't impact our players in the bad way too much. So score predictions today. Let's talk about key player first. Who's going to be key in today's game? Iran. This is not their first outing. They've had a few World Cups now. They're going to be working hard. I know there's at the last World Cup. I think it was who's the ex-Man United coach? Can't remember his name. But the ex-Man United coach, he was the manager of the last Iranian football team that went to the World Cup. I think in their first game they drew 0-0 to, I want to say, Iraq. Potentially. I can't remember who they played, but they think they drew 0-0. But they're a team that's going to have high energy. They're going to be used to this weather, so they're going to have a lot of stamina. They're going to be trying to press us, I'm sure, and we've got to be smart in that. Key, you're going to be getting down those flanks. I think Jude Bellingham's going to have a lot to say in today's game. And Harry Kane, he's got to be clinical. Look, it's tournament football. You've got to be making sure you're taking your chances when you get it, because you don't want to be getting into these games here 70 minutes in and it's 0-0. That's the last thing you want. You don't want to be in a position where it's 0-0 and they're getting a bit more confidence. They throw 20 men behind the ball, park the bus, and you can't score. And then you got 4 strikers on with the last 10 minutes, and you're trying to batter down the door against Iran, and they're throwing their bodies on the line because they're going to get a scalp. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we're getting an early goal, potentially a goal before half time, And look, if it ends up 1-0 with that goal, then so be it. But we do need to get a goal to sort of make sure that that they're not just sitting in. Yeah. So key to today's game, I think, is going to be Jude Bellingham. I think Jude Bellingham is going to be a key player today. I think, as I was saying there, with the fact that I think that we need to make sure that we're making use of the ball, zipping it about, stretching them, making killer balls to Harry Kane and to Bukayo Saka and Raheem Sterling. I think the key man today is going to be Jude Bellingham for that reason. Yeah, and I think that it's important that Saka, Sterling and Harry Kane are on form and clinical today. They need to be clinical because we don't want to be running around the latter stages of the game, blowing out, hot, exhausted. We need to be getting these results early doors in the games. So, yeah, as I said, Jude Bellingham. Score prediction. Score prediction. People, I can see you in there. Get your score predictions in. Let me know what you think the score is going to be. It's a tough one. I want to say 2-0. It could be 1. I want to say 2-0. It could be 1. I'm going to say 1-0 England. 1-0 England. ENG 1. IRN 0. Goal scorer is going to be Harry Kane. Yeah, goal scorer Kane. And it might even be a penalty. I tell you what, if I pull this off, getting score prediction, man of the match. Didn't say man of the match, but let's just say Jude Bellingham's man of the match. He gets an assist. Kane scores and gets a pen. I need to make sure that you people in the next pre-match preview that you're taking notes, your pen and pads out. You've got 365, William Hill, and Ladbrokes all on different screens. All right, and you can send me your percentages. All right, what else have we got? Let's have a little quick look at anything revolved around England. Okay, Alex Scott is trending. Should we have a look what Alex Scott is trending? Alex Scott is trending because she's wearing a One Love armband. Fair play to her. Wearing One Love while reporting England in Qatar. Yeah, fair play to her. But look. How do I put this? Yeah, there's so many things going on around this thing here. You got to be careful, not what you say, but you got to be careful you're talking about the right specific thing, because there's obviously the thing about the migrant workers. There's obviously the thing about the LGBT community being vilified over in that country, although it's they're saying that's not the case. But what I do have to say, yeah, is you're going to another person's country, yeah? You're going to someone else's country. You have to respect their rules. You have to. We knew these World Cups were coming. Russia was the first one. I would never have contemplated going Russia, yeah. Never have contemplated it because of the things I've heard about the racism over there. Would never have contemplated it. But I know people did go over there and they said they didn't have any issues. But I also know that there was talk that apparently they'd locked up every single person that had even stolen a tissue for the whole of the duration of the World Cup, so there couldn't be any trouble. To which we actually still saw trouble, didn't we? Or was that before the World Cup when we saw them people coming out in UFC gloves like absolute nutcases? But yeah, look. I already heard there was reports of some England fans, or some fans. I'm not going to say they're England fans because it's not been confirmed, but some fans making fun of not necessarily the religion, but essentially England being England and making chants that could be deemed offensive. It was a joke. I could see England fans seeing, or a certain sector of fans seeing it as a joke, but you've got to understand you're in another person's country and that's going to be offensive to them. So you need to be careful. You could be getting arrested. Yeah, look, my stance on this whole thing was I just haven't seen any of this uproar until people started going out there. It's like you've bolted the gate after the horse has done a runner. Like I just don't get it. I don't get it. We have known that this is going to be in this country for years. Yeah, the only sort of proper noises that people were making were once it was coming up to the tournament. People should have been making noise beforehand. People should have been talking about boycotting the viewing of it. People have been getting together and talking about how we're going to stop this atrocity from happening. But everyone's talking about it now. It's on. Everyone's talking about it now. Everyone's out there. It's like it's kind of typical. It's actually kind of typical to what I expect of the world, if I'm honest. It's always an afterthought. In general, it's probably not fair to say it's always an afterthought. In general, it's an afterthought. It's like, oh God, we know something bad's happening over there. Yeah, right. Oi, that's bad. We've had how many years to do something about it? And in 2022, in the summer of 2022, we're talking about how Qatar should never have got this. This is a joke. Yes, we spoke about it originally about how the whole thing was a farce, but like, come on, man. There was nothing really shut on that. And anyway, we could still do something from this end. You could have turned around and said, all right, it's going ahead, but we need to ban it. We need to not watch it. We need to show that we're not a part of it. Has anyone turned around and said they're not going to watch the World Cup because of anything that's happened? A sprinkling of people. So it's just like, I just don't want to hear it. I'm just hearing a lot of people. Like I saw Gary Neville was on Have I Got News for You? And he was kind of backed into a corner. It was like, oh, the elephant in the room, I feel we need to talk about it. You're going, aren't you, Gary? And they were kind of very uppity and snobby about it towards him, yeah? And look, I get a certain aspect, but how far do we go back? Okay, Gary Neville's saying that he can go out there and make a stand and say something out there. And he was like, whoa, you can do that while you're over here. Alex Scott is out there with a One Love armband standing in the middle of a Muslim stadium. That's haram to them. That's haram. That is taking a stance. People will see it's disrespectful. It is now trending on Twitter. How many people who are sitting at home, are trending on one of the biggest platforms on the planet about an issue that's going on right now? I'll wait. So those people, I've got news for you. what's his name? Who's that Ian? What's his name? And Paul. I forgot his name. I should get his name. I know their names because Paul Morton, and I rate him as a comedian. He's very good, but it was like bullying the other day or whenever it was on. I didn't like it because look, Gary Neville should have had a little bit more of a backbone to back himself out of that corner that he was in. Yeah, but it's just nonsense. How far do you go back? So they're saying Gary Neville shouldn't be going to Qatar because of the issues that have gone on. Yeah. Well, you work for the BBC and they're paying Gary Neville to go out to Qatar. So where does your start stand there? Like it's all nonsense. Everyone's pointing the finger at everyone to make themselves feel better, which is typical of how the world works. Point fingers at someone else to take the light off of you. So Alex Scott, big shout out to Alex Scott for wearing that. I mean, look, you look like a bit of an idiot. I'm not going to lie, because you've got a captain's armband on, but it's for a cause. So massive ratings for that. Massive ratings to Alex Scott for that. What else was trending? I think that's about it. That is about it. We've got the England lineup. We're about to. We kicked off. We've actually kicked off. Hold on. Should I do a bit of a watch along? Get in the comment section if you want me to do a watch along. I'll do a watch along. I'll tell you what. Go on, sod it. Let's do a watch along while I'm here. Oh, some would say I should be at work. Well, let's just say I'm on a lunch break. Watch along time, people. Watch along. I weren't intending to do this, but why not? England game. Didn't realise I'd overrun there. Come on. Where are we? Here we go. England, Iran. Is that a penalty? Yeah, the referee needs to get on this. None of this rubbish yet. We're doing a watch along now. Watch along, people. So we've now inadvertently joined a watch along. I weren't going to do one, but because I've overrun, I'm gonna now. All right. So press that like, press that subscribe. If you are new to the channel, you're now involved in the England versus Iran watch along. All right. Come on, England. Oh, sorry. I think there's people sleeping next door. I wonder how hot it is in there. Has anyone heard anything from the players about how hot it is? Let's get some live commentary up, because I'm not going to be able to commentate the whole way through. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to commentate the whole way through. But here we go. Top commentary. Here you go. I'm going to give you some top commentary. England players take the knee before the World Cup. They continue to lead the fight for it. Were they? I'm confused. Were they meant to get? Was there talk that the players were going to get a fine if they took the knee, or was that just if they wore the armbands? Or they might get a yellow card if they wore the armband. Chelsea reportedly moved for Everton goalkeeper Chelsea Jordan Pickford. Is Chelsea's priority a goalkeeper? I would say no. They haven't got a striker. Chelsea have not got a striker. Is anyone keeping tabs on any players during this World Cup that they could potentially want their clubs to buy. I know that there was a report that Arsenal were looking at a Swiss player, Okafor, Oi, Trippier. Should I put the pressure on? Well done, Saka. Come on. Oh, go on, Saka. Go on, Saka. Go on, Saka. Go on. Good pressure. Good pressure. Good pressure. This is what you want. This is what you want. This is what you want. I like Trippier. I really do like Trippier. Good player. Newcastle got a steal there. I ain't got my England top on. What's going on? Letting the team down. Right. To Saka. Saka jinking. Oh, it's Saka! Yeah, well done, referee. Well done, referee. You've got to protect him. Well done, ref. Well done, ref. All day long. All day long a foul. Let's get full screen. Let's get full screen for a second. I just want to know. I'm back on it again yet. I just want to know whether all these people here are getting vilified. Ooh. Why not even close to that one? Nice little play there from Trippier. Good ball in. Keeper gets a fingertips to it, which just about puts Harry Maguire off. Oh, fine margins, fine margins. Goals coming. Goals coming. I said 1-0 prediction. This is my prediction. Harry Kane to score 1-0, probably going to be a penalty. But seeing this game so far, could be quite open. Oh, get up. Get up. Actually, that was a nasty head collision. That was a nasty head collision. I've done that, been there, done that. Told the player to get up. Oh, it's Carlos Queiroz. That's it, Carlos Queiroz. That's who I was trying to think of earlier. I know one of you was in here when I was trying to think of his name. Not one of you wrote in the comment section who I was talking about. Sitting there scrambling in my brains trying to work out who it was. Who it was the Iran manager, ex-Man United coach. He was the manager in the last tournament they played. And not one person wrote in the comment section, "Oh, it's Carlos Queiroz." You just had me there racking my brains for 15 minutes. Yeah, not being funny, gut keeper. Get off the pitch. He's injured. Swap him out. Look. How bad was it? Actually, every time I watch it, I'm like, actually, I'm wrong. I'm wrong for saying that. Got fingertips to it. Boom. Oh! Do you know what it is? It's the nose. It's the nose. It's not a head. His nose cushioned that blow, and it looked like it hurt. It looked like it hurt. It's hurt his nose. It's one of them. When you get smacked on the nose, it's like it has your eyes watering. It has your eyes watering. It's painful, but it's not a head injury. It's not a proper injury. Look, it is. Look, I think he might have broken his nose. Yeah, he's broken his nose. It looks like it's not a head injury. He's not dizzy or anything. He busted his nose right square in the geezer's forehead. That looked like a proper hurt. But if I was an England player, I'd be like, "Ref, you're going to win him off. Ref, we're going to get him off. Ref, you do the time." I was not a nice. It's not about being nice when you're playing. Do it afterwards, or before. But you'd be getting the referees here. Ref, sub him off. Sub him off. I'll be going up to the other goalkeeper on the bench and saying, "You're going to warm up. There you go. Get him warmed up. That's it. Get him warmed up. Get him off, ref. Get him off. Get in their heads. Wind him up a bit. Do you know what I mean? Proper wind him up. And then when the goalkeeper comes on, get in his head. Get in his head. Just say things like, mate, I don't know how you weren't starting. I've seen you play. You are proper decent. Like, decent. I've seen you play, mate. Fucking unreal. No way should this geezer have been playing in the first place. Good luck today, Keats. Like, just be nice to him. Then be horrible to him. Toy with their emotions. Yes. Football is not just about physical attributes. Mentality as well. Come on, get this game on. Absolutely killing me. Absolutely killing me. Shows the sights and sounds in the stands at the Cleveland International Stadium. So lovely to see. Oh, I'm just trying to think. Supporters have never seen their nation beat a European side at a World Cup. In fact, never seen their nation win 2. Right. Thank God for that. I thought I had a meeting at work, but no, I don't, because this is my lunch. Oh, this is dragging. This is a little bit painful. Let's occupy our minds while this is going on, and see what's happening in the world of Twitter. Mason Green, we don't talk about him, scumbag. Alex Scott, God save the Queen. I mean, what the hell is this one? Oh, we got Neil Ardley, one version of Nigel Spink warming up. No one knows who Nigel Spink is. Neil Ardley. Bloody hell, proper showing your age there. Went to be back for treatment for a Iran keeper. No, he's broken his nose. You can tell. Look, he's pretty. Looks proper red. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's not a head injury. He's hurt his nose, but like, look, they don't want to drop the goalkeeper because the goalkeeper is one of their best players, and they know that. It's not concussion. That's the thing. No, look at his nose. He's broken his nose. He's not concussed. He's not concussed. He didn't pass out. His nose hit the player's head. He's hurt his nose. Like what is there to understand? He's broken his nose. That's why. And they're like, hey, dust him off, stick a bit of Robitussin in there, bit of olive oil, done. Hey, come on. You think you've seen it all? Like, get a grip. What have we seen so far? You think you've seen it all? And then we just saw a goalkeeper with a broken nose carry on playing. What an atrocity. The disgrace. And what are they talking about? They should have rolled him off a long time ago. I agree. They should have swapped the goalkeepers a long time ago. I agree. This isn't anything to do with a head injury. He's hurt his nose. If they assess that he's fine, he's fine. Literally watched Hugo Lloris a couple of seasons ago carry on. Yeah, that was bad because he was knocked out. We saw who else? Who else have we seen? The injuries and carry on. It's like not every injury that goes to a head has to mean you're going off for a concussion or you're going off because feel like you've been knocked out. Who is it? Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus ran into someone against Liverpool. Oh, he's coming off. Yeah, he's coming off. Yeah, he's coming off. Okay, so he's got a head injury. If he's saying he's not all right, then he's not all right. He needs to come off then. God. But this should have happened straight away. Not 10 minutes after. All right. I swear, no, do you know what? How long are we playing this? Raw. Has it only been? Oh my gosh! It feels like it's been going on forever. Only 15 minutes in. When did he get his injury? 10 minutes in. I would have been playing anyway because he's definitely broken his nose. That is definitely a broken nose. Oh, no way I'll be playing. Oh. I done it again. I'd literally done it again. I'm like, yeah. It's a nose injury. He's all right. And I watched the replay. I'm like, I'm sounding like Mark Lawrenson. He's all right. In my day, you would have just got a magic sponge, wiped it off, and carried on. Cracked your nose back into place, took your shin pads off, stuck one up each nostril, wrapped a thingy around your head, and then cracked on and scored a hat trick. But these days, they're soft. Oh, Mark, it looks like he's had a brain aneurysm. Oh. Well, I hope he's all right. That is why Mark Lawrenson is not a part of the BBC or a pundit anymore. Nothing to do with ticking boxes, mate. Nothing to do with ticking boxes. More to do, you was the moodiest pundit on TV. No matter what was happening, you would just be a massive grouch. That is why you are no longer a pundit for the big stations. In the end, Mark Lawrenson even got pushed out all the way to doing the score predictions. Literally, he was on for just the score predictions, and even then, he was too miserable. Game stopped for us 10 minutes now. Yeah, so a concussion substitution, it means they don't have to use an actual sub. Yeah, actually, looking at his shirt, there's claret all down his shirt. Have Iran been buoyed by this? Have they been galvanised by the goalkeeper getting going off? Are they using this as a beacon of hope? Ref, that's offside. Am I seeing things? The geezer was offside from the ball that came straight back for the defender, won that ball back. Did I miss something? Oh, Iran's up in the game now. Jude Bellingham, my key player. Yeah, we don't need to be playing into their hands right now. Come on, make it, keep it simple. Get it out, get that ball out, boys. Get the ball out. Oh, mate, I wish I would have seen this 10 minutes ago. Nah. Sorry, I need to see this. What's saying on here? Action resumes. 2 breaks. What's this? Still on. Somehow I'm still here. All right, my computer just ran out of battery. So I was going to take it till half time, but that 15 minutes break has absolutely killed me. So I might do the second half though. Press that like and subscribe, people. Thank you for joining me. Peace out. Stay safe. Hold on. And wash your hands.